everyone's saying I'm so desperate to be a part of Girl World, and I'm like, bro, I'm not desperate to be a part of Girl World. I am a consumer of Girl World. I like attention. I'm a clout chaser. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, no, guys, I don't like attention. I'm traumatized. I'm mentally ill. And I have a lot of fucking problems. I like attention. I didn't get enough as a child. Sue me. Mr. Snowflake already made a video? That means I'm probably gonna be mentioned in Jordy's live tonight. Man, some of these reaction channels are just so fucking reckless. They just be saying shit to say it. People are fucking reckless and cruel and stupid. When it comes to Girl World, fuck this shit, I'm out.
You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Hey everybody, it's Busy Little Bee. Welcome back to my channel. Rosie did go live this weekend. I have not got the members only stream clip down yet, but I do have the Saturday night stream clip down. She talks about a lot of interesting subjects, but she goes over them pretty quickly. She also shows us what she thinks harassment is, because I think people going in chat and trying to start stuff is not necessarily harassment. I don't think it's okay. I think it's a waste of time and very childish to do, but a lot of people do it. So like, I don't know, blocking, timing out, making rules about how long you have to be subscribed in order to chat, all these things could help. But is Rosie going to do it? Probably not. She also has some very interesting ideas about what is going to happen in the future and why she doesn't want to have kids, and there's just a whole lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into it.
I'm like I'm a lot more lower energy today. I don't know, there's something about fake nails that just make me feel like prettier and like put together. Hell yeah. Have I seen Vanderpump Rules? I was there the day Real Housewives of Beverly Hills transitioned into Vanderpump Rules when Brandy was talking to Sheena. I was on ground zero of Vanderpump Rules.
She was on ground zero of Vanderpump Rules because she watched The Real Housewives and Vanderpump Rules. Like, come on, bro. I don't know. The way she puts herself in certain situations that she wasn't in because she was just like watching on TV or watching online is really interesting.
To love Survivor and like Amazing Race. Oh God, I need to change my nightgown. Ooh, I'm gonna go change. Actually, Jesus Christ. That's the thing, is like the unrestricted access to like that minors have on the internet due to parenting decisions is something I will never understand. Like, I don't get it. It's just, especially in this day and age and how terrifying everything is.
I want to take this time to remind everyone that when Rosie was with her ex, she was going through the guy's 6-year-old daughter's email and found out some stuff about either her gender identity or her sexuality and questioning it. And Rosie outed that child to a very conservative family. With her not being a parent, I think she has no right to talk about this, although online safety is extremely important for children and parents alike. And parents should be definitely keeping up with their children's digital footprints and what they're doing online, of course. But Rosie, to sit here and say this at 34 with no kids is just odd.
Yeah, no, I'm so serious. Like, if I were to ever have children, I would put so much energy into researching and trying to figure out ways. Hi, Jess. Hello. I would be doing everything in my power to figure out ways to keep my child or children device like free as long as possible. And one thing I really love about my sister and her family is like the emphasis they have on books. That would be how I would want to rear my children if I were to ever. I don't think that's happening in this lifetime, but
I think it's very easy to say how you would do things in a certain situation that you have never been in and probably never will be in. It's very easy to say that. But yeah, books were hella important for my kids when they were growing up. Of course, devices weren't as available for children at that time. I had my children in 2001 and 2002, so they didn't like grow up with an iPad in their hands or anything. But I think everyone should parent how they feel is right. And for Rosie to be making absolute statements like this with never having the experience of being a mother is just very ignorant.
Yeah, let me know. Chicken parm, if that's true, block them. I'll leave that up to you, girl, because I can't check. So my goal in this life is to break cycles, not repeat them. And I'm just very fearful of my ability to actually break them if I were to have children.
I think that's totally fine. If that's what she feels is right for her, that's great. I personally was able to break cycles by having my children and doing things differently than my parents did, but everyone chooses different things, you know? Everyone's allowed to live the life that they choose for themselves, I think.
Ultimately, if I were to fall pregnant, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I live in Florida, like, I wouldn't have a choice on the matter.
People do not fall pregnant. Getting pregnant is a very easy thing to avoid. It's as easy as getting birth control. But I think for someone like Rosie, who's so morbidly obese and in her mid 30s, I don't think it's a huge possibility that she's gonna fall pregnant or get pregnant. And if she is being unsafe like that and she does happen to get pregnant, I don't know that she'd be able to carry it to term.
And I know I would do my best. And I know I wouldn't. I know that I have, like, a deep desire to, like, love and protect children. But I would just be really fearful of my own bullshit and just, like, the difficulties I have of just me and myself. Like, I just would never want to be. I would just be so terrified to fail as a parent, I guess, like, to a pathological degree. Um, I don't think it's gonna happen regardless, but I'm just speaking to, like, the realities of America. Yeah. Things happen, man. When I'm in a relationship, so, like, it's a possibility. Unless you're celibate, it's a possibility.
There's this thing called birth control. It's like 99.9% effective or 99.8% effective. It's very, very effective. And I think being so unhealthy in her body is definitely not going to help in getting pregnant either. So I think she's fine. And being in a relationship or having a sexual relationship with someone does not mean that you are at risk of getting pregnant if you take proper precautions.
That's just lame. Like, if you're gonna do that kind of shit, at least be funny. Good God. Pick a struggle. Annoying and not funny? Yikes. Awesome. Thank you, Chicken Parm. Perfect. I don't know who it is. It's just they have the similar username. They did something similar to this last time. They get bored eventually. But yeah, this isn't harassment though, right? I'm not being harassed. That's crazy talk, right?
Harassment is someone continuing to bother you after you've asked them to stop you. Someone going in your chat and trolling is just a part of being a YouTuber, and I think we all have to deal with it at some point. This is not harassment. She needs to learn the meaning of words before she speaks. I noticed when I was editing last week that twice in the last 2 years she's claimed she's went through an ego death. I don't think she really knows what that means because her ego is alive and strong.
So it's been a while since I've read, like, anything besides, like, the let them theory.
I wonder what happened to that let them theory. It seems like she's so worried about what everyone else has to say and think about her. She's not just letting them. That book has done her as much good as her years of therapy have, okay?
Yeah, let's just kind of ignore them for now, guys, because the more we give attention, the more they're rewarded. She's also known for, like, doing really deep, like, dissertation style videos on, like, Hunger Games and stuff like that. I don't think she's been as active in recent history, but I love her, and she's obsessed with the Hunger Games and a few other things. And she also has glasses chains. She's really pretty. I followed her back when she had a boyfriend, and then they broke up, and then she came out as queer, and she's really cool. I really like her a lot. Parasocially. I don't know her, but
Rosie seems to still not understand what parasocially means, but she also seems to be very tied to individuals she watches, which is kind of concerning because, like, it doesn't seem like she has many IRL relationships or friendships, and it seems like most of her life is spent online. That's not good for her mental health. That's not good for anyone's mental health, really. In the clip coming up, I had to zoom in on her face because the way she drinks from the straw just confuses me.
oh my god, Rosie Core, I'm obsessed. I love that for Rosie Core. I'm about, y'all gonna get sick of me.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
I love that, actually, like, so unironically. Like, my hair has always been kind of like thin in the sense of like fine is the word I'm looking for. My hair has always been fine, but I used to have like a fuck ton of it to the point that I would get chronic headaches from the weight of the hair on my head. And then my hair just started like falling out when I was 18, and I have like a fraction of the hair that I used to.
She's told us before that she was 500 pounds at the age of 18 and probably had a shitty diet, which had a lot to do with her hair falling out. Those hormones will fuck you up if you don't have a good diet.
So Levi is gonna pick up the PO box packages for me tomorrow after work. I don't have a lot of steam. I might have overestimated what I could do tonight because of the time. I have so much to do this upcoming week. Good God. Painsomnia? Is that right? Painsomnia, or is that just supposed to be insomnia?
Oh, you're dealing with something called painsomnia? I think I have that too, except I have it worse. This is how Rosie always operates. Just wait.
Pain insomnia. Oh, I've definitely I just called it insomnia because like I have insomnia in general, but I'll also experience insomnia specifically like from when I'm in a pain flare. Like when I'm in a pain flare, I'll struggle to sleep because the pain's keeping me awake. So is that what painsomnia is? Because yeah, that tracks. You know what's the worst is when pain wakes you up. Yeah, I've had that happen to me too. And like truthfully, like once like I lose the weight, I'm curious to see what changes.
Once she loses the weight, so she's planning on losing weight. I don't know how with all the sodium she intakes, her lack of activity, her lack of wanting to be uncomfortable for even a second. I just don't see it happening. But also, she does say like a lot, and there's a clip coming up where I will be counting the likes just in that clip because it's very short and it's very telling about how much her vocabulary might be missing from her not doing much to keep her brain active, honestly.
You know, I've heard just from so many different people's experiences, some like a lot of which were aligned with symptoms with mine, like depending on the source of the matter, like weight loss can obviously help in a lot of ways, but I've talked to people who are like, yeah, I lost the weight and then my chronic pain got worse. So like you just don't know. I'm not, and I don't think that's a reason to not lose the weight because like ultimately there's so many other reasons and benefits why you should regardless.
So she's taking this very anecdotal evidence of what someone said they went through, and she's like, well, it's not going to work for me, guys. And she's sitting here trying to talk about how, you know, it's a good idea to do it for your health regardless. But she was just on a TikTok panel this past weekend talking about how terrified she is to lose the weight.
I have lost weight and it has helped, but it definitely doesn't cure chronic illness like people think. Exactly. It can help, but it won't fix it all. Exactly. But it will help. Yeah, the reason most people think it'll fix everything is literally fat phobia.
No, it's the fact that you can't get assessed or diagnosed with fibromyalgia like you want to without taking away all the outside factors like being overweight. That's just what it is. Not to mention, she's never been not morbidly obese. She's always been in the morbidly obese category as an adult. So how would she know that the pain would not go away with weight loss. She doesn't know that, but she wants to believe that because of her own biases.
I refuse to hate myself into a smaller size. I'm not going to do it. They hold this mentality that, like, you have to be hard on yourself. And, I mean, a lot of those people use my content, use my videos to create, like, a fear reaction in them to go to the gym and all of that because they can't find the motivation within themselves without exploiting other people. And I refuse to be that person.
To me, this was a very strange word salad to make people fear and go into the gym out of fear. I will tell y'all, when I started watching Amberlynn Reid in 2021, I was terrified because I was about 200 pounds and I'm 5'6". So that's a lot of weight on a small frame. And when I got motivated by watching Amberlynn Reid, I lost 100 pounds. Watching Amberlynn gave me the motivation to not be like her. And Rosie gives other people the motivation to not be like her. And if that's what you need to get into shape, by all fucking means, don't even feel bad about it. We're all just trying to make it, bro. And Rosie doesn't realize she's not the only one with problems. She's not the only one who's ever faced trauma. She's not the only one who's ever been overweight. She's not the only one who's ever been bullied. She's not the only one who's ever been harassed. She's not the only one who's ever been SA'd. Like, a lot of us have been through this stuff and we find other ways to cope with it. I just don't think her ways of coping are very healthy. That's all. She's not doing what she should be doing, and she's trying to make other people feel guilty for not wanting to be like her. Fuck that.
What I'll say is, like, it's fucking hard. It is all mental and emotional. I know the mechanics. I know the steps. I know what works for me. It's mental and emotional. That's the part that I, like, really struggle with. This weight that I'm at is my body's, like, natural default, and, like, trying to change that is not only difficult in a physical and lifestyle sense, but in an emotional and trauma-based sense. It's not impossible, but I have found it to be so difficult that I've yet to have success in it.
I understand that it's hard, but can we just agree that being 500 to 600 pounds is nobody's body default? Nobody defaults to being that super morbidly obese. That's a conscious decision. Many conscious decisions over time.
It being someone who used to view Girl World, I unintentionally thought that I could, like, make that kind of content and, like, it would help me. I thought I could be, I guess, different in that way. And I think when I see, I think there are some people who have been able to do it successfully in certain ways, and I just don't think that's me.
I know the video is now gone from her channel, but I remember her going off about Foodie Beauty and her triggering people with her mukbangs and how she was never going to create that kind of content. Now look at her. She's stuffing her face on almost every single live stream, cooking while eating, then eating what she cooked, then talking about food. Her content is nothing but food.
I'm gonna lose this weight.
Love that. I am actually jealous.
For the first time in my life, I have so much more to live for than I've ever felt before.
I don't know about you guys, but I've heard her say that so many times in the past, just in the past 4 years. So many times. And never once did she make any improvements on her life. She just claims she did and behaved the exact same way.
And so much more hope for my future than I've ever had. And I want to be there for it. I just have to do it in my own time.
I'm sure a lot of you remember when she came back from Vegas in October of 2025, she had this same revelation because her mobility was much worse in Vegas than she thought it would be. Within 4 days of her claiming she was going to be on a new health journey, she went to Sam's Club and spent over $500 on a bunch of crap processed food. But she claimed that she had so much to live for and so many great things to look forward to when she got back from Vegas in October. However, she has gained weight since then, and she has to do it in her own time. She's 34, like she's running out of time. The lifespan for someone in this condition is not very much longer. That's terrifying. That should be terrifying for her.
I want to ride a horse.
Look, I hate to be harsh, but the long and short of it is if you want to do these things, you will do what it takes to lose the weight. That's all there is to it. Either do it or don't. But people are not going to want to listen to you cry about all the things you can't do while you are continually making your situation worse.
I have a plan, and I'm not going to explain it. Oh, are you a troll, Lacey? That's really shitty of you to say. I know that's an ALR quote. That's really shitty of you, actually. Why are you quoting someone who, like, supports PDF shit in their server? That's weird.
She's really trying to act like this is the first weird thing ALR has done concerning minors. But she was totally fine being her friend last year and the year before that.
Zio invited me to go live with her. Like, I was scrolling on TikTok, she invited me, and I spent, like, hours talking with her and stuff.
I saw a clip of this on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And Rosie pissed off Zio because she asked her, "What do you think of Stefan now?" And Zio looked at her and she was like, "Why are you even asking me this? We talked about this off camera." And Rosie was like, "Oh, well, I just wanted to see if your feelings had changed." And Zio spotted right there that Rosie was trying to stir up drama.
My hair is hella fine and limp too. Yeah, I mean, my hair does hold a curl, especially with the help of hairspray. My mom has some hairspray, so I'm not in a rush to buy more.
I cannot imagine being 34 years old, having no kids, no responsibilities, and still using your mom's hairspray. That's wild.
I was very briefly in it, Jen. Very briefly. It was a whole thing, but it's called Big Girls Wanted: Escaping Paradise. I was like, don't watch it if you're interested in me specifically. It's a great docuseries. Like, you should watch it because it talks about this person who's has a long, seedy history in regards to how he's treated like plus size women and this whole thing. If you like, it's like kind of like true crime style docuseries on HBO Max, or if you have cable, Investigation Discovery. So definitely check it out for that. But like, I'm not really in it very much. So I did talk about Paradise too, and I talked about a lot of stuff. I was there for hours, but that's just stuff I don't have control of, you know? I hate like lemon water or like cucumber water. Like, no. Like, I want like full like flavor packets, or like I want it to be like a drink. You know what I mean? With like lemonade or something. You know what I mean? Like, but just like, yeah, I can't. Like, oh, members, I might have to cancel this week for members only.
In that 26-second clip, she said like 13 times. So she might be canceling members only because it's on the 4th of July. That's completely understandable. I'm sure she'll replace it with some pre-recorded video or another live stream on the next day. That's usually what she does. I don't have much information except what I already said about what went down on the TikTok panels this weekend. But it seems like she's really trying to keep herself tied to Zio and the other women who have been to or are friendly with Paradise. What do you guys think about all that? I find it very weird if she's trying to lose weight and make her life a little healthier and less dramified. But then again, what the hell do I know? I hope you all enjoyed. I am hoping to come out with kind of an investigation, a small breakdown of a homeless couple who I've been watching for quite a while. And I think they've made homelessness their content now. So it's going to be really interesting if they ever get out of that situation. But by the way they spend their money and prioritize things, I don't know that they'll ever not be homeless. So hopefully I can get that out this week. Hopefully Rosie will give me a break. But we'll see how it goes. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.